everyone. Welcome back to the Team Ren channel. We're going to go ahead and conclude a three-part series today. Very excited about that. We started out with chapter 1, which is how and why to do a strong market update every month for your clients. Number 2 was attracting sales through adding value. That was the contractors edition. That was a lot of fun as well. And now here we are, part 3 of 3 with somebody I'm very excited to introduce here in a second. And this is going to be social media done right. And so without further ado, we're going to jump right into this. I'm going to introduce Mr. Russ Laggan. He is the Director of Growth for eXp Realty in the United States. He's also a leader, a mentor, a coach, and he's just an all-around just awesome guy. So let's kick it over to Russ. Take it away, buddy.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I love doing these things for you and with you. I love what you've done with it, and I love the way you're just pushing this out and making sure everybody gets a chance to see this. Because, buddy, one thing we know for fact is when you get these three things clicking together, like business literally will start coming to you. Some people actually have stuff happening right away, right as soon as they start doing part 1 with a market update. People are like, hey, man, we need to talk. Happens all the time when you're connecting with people, adding value, and you start talking and looking like an expert. So in part 1, we talked about market update. In part 2, we talked about building a contractor list because we're house people, for goodness sakes. We should be a resource for that. And then in part 3 here, we're talking about social media. When I stand in front of rooms of people talking about building their business, I ask everybody in the room all the time, and I did it this week again, I said, guys, is social media important? And the response I get all the time is, yes. And I said, how much business are you getting from social media? And people in the room are like, none, right? So these people talking about this nefarious business I get from social media. And I think a couple of things that are at play here. So number 1, part of why we do a real estate market update is so they see you talking, sounding, acting like a professional real estate person and an expert. They start to associate you with expert real estate information. The second thing is we have the contractor list because I know if I'm selling to somebody and going to sell a house, you're going to sell a house every 7 years. Where a contractor list, they're going to have stuff break on their house 7 times a year. So you get 7 times more contact on a yearly basis by having a contractor list. And I know if they're going to reach out to me when it's time for a contractor, they're definitely going to call me when it's time to sell their house. So it's kind of the first one feeds the second one, the second one feeds the first one. And by the way, here's something interesting too. These contractors live in houses, right? And the people in your sphere, some of them are contractors. So I could take some of the people in my sphere and help them go into my contractor list, and I can feed 2 ways and we both scratch each other's backs, right? It's going to be really hard for that plumber to sell their house with somebody else when you're the person referring business to them and they're referring business to you. It's going to be really hard for them to sell their house with somebody else. So it's a self-feeding system that supports everybody and everybody wins. We're talking about win-win-win situation. Okay. So part 3 of this conversation is social media done right. Okay. Now, a lot of people will say, you know what, Russ, what makes you think you're an authority on social media and you're the guy that can be telling me what to do with social media? Oh, well, I don't know. The stuff that I'm teaching people works. Okay. All right. That's what we want, right? I don't want to just teach you how to do social media. I want to teach you how to do social media that actually keeps people's attention and attracts people, right? So I want you to start thinking social media shift from I'm trying to get something from people to I'm trying to give something to people. So social media isn't about getting business. Social media is about adding value, okay? Getting business versus adding value. If I add enough value, I'm going to get the business, right? So you're saying, but Russ, I'm not getting the business. Well, you're probably not adding the value, right? Let me give you a perfect example. This is a real person. You can Google this guy. If you could spell his last name, you can Google him, right? His name is Levi Lassick. And this guy stood on stage a couple weeks ago and he said, so all I did in 2020 with 0 real estate experience is I built out my YouTube channel. And I took all of my videos, I posted them on YouTube. And then of course I posted them on social, which drove them back to the YouTube channel. And all I did different was instead of going online and saying, hey, look at me, I'm a realtor, I started showing everybody all of the cool stuff in Dallas. People aren't Googling, I want to find a cool real estate agent in Dallas. They're Googling, where are cool places to eat? Where are cool places to hang? Where are cool places to see sports? What are cool schools? Show me where the good schools are. Show me where good hiking is. Where are 5 places I can jump in the water? Where are 10 golf courses I can go? People are looking for reasonable golf course outside Dallas, right? That's the kind of stuff people are looking for. They're looking for more, they're going to search more for lifestyle stuff. And when they find things that match their lifestyle, then they're going to connect to that area. So think about social like this. John Cheplack, I don't know if you guys have met him or not. John Cheplack stood on stage at one of our conventions and he said, real estate agents have to stop doing look at me social media. Stop from going, look at me, I'm a real estate agent, look at me, I just sold a house. I'm not saying don't do any of that. I'm just simply saying don't let that dominate your business, right? They need to start doing things that add value. And then he tells a story, which is really interesting. A company decides they want to do better in marketing. Their business has been flat. Their sales have been flat. So they hire a marketing company and the marketing company says, here's what we're going to do. We're going to survey the customers. They did a survey of the customers. And what they found is that 67% of their customers had dogs. What? Okay. So the marketing company goes, we need to start doing marketing with dogs in it. And what happened over the next year, according to John, standing on stage, said this out loud, there's recordings of it. He goes, that company's business grew 500% in the next 12 months because they started incorporating dogs, right? So think of it like this. If you're a dog person, like a lot of those people are, you see another dog, you get all warm and fuzzy and you want to connect with them, right? Those cat people don't get super warm and fuzzy on dogs. Not that they say don't like them, but cat people are cat people, dog people are dog people. Let's take that another step, right? A person that's a car nut is a car nut. So think about it like this. What can I do in social media to do things that number one, I love doing? Number two, it's not I'm the car nut, it's Russ the Realtor is a car nut, right? So I kind of tie that in. So I'm going to start with my social media and I'm going to go to a car event and I'm going to say, buddy, here's the deal. Hey, I'm Russ Laggan, the Realtor, and I'm a complete car nut. And here's what I'm doing. I'm going to show you all the cool cars and coffee that are around town. So if you're a car nut like me, you got to check this one out. By the way, check out this guy with a 71 CUDA. Check this guy out, right? Do a social media stuff on stuff that is important, stuff that is interesting, right? The people that know what 71 CUDA is are going to go slobbery, crazy, excited, right? The people are not car people will be like, whatever, look the other way. So I'm not just Russ the car nut. I'm more of a Porsche / go fast around corners and drive way faster than you're allowed to type of guy. Put me on a track, dragging a knee on the ground on a motorcycle. That's really my kind of thing, but I'm too old for that now. So I'm going to connect with motorcycle people and car people, but I also connect with woodworking people and I connect with guitar people and I connect with musicians and I connect with people that forge knives. Those are all the things that are my hobbies, right? It's nice because I don't have children. Benefit of not having children, not nice that I don't have children. We couldn't have children, but because we couldn't have children, I have more spare time than most people. So I don't have to take kids to soccer practice. So I go out and forge knives in the garage, right? But part of that I've included in social. Now, the people that love knives grab that and go, oh my gosh, I love that. People like wood. Oh my gosh, I love that. The guitar people. Oh my gosh, I love that. Hey, I'm Russ the Realtor. Just built a bass guitar for my buddy Fred. You know, I'd be like, oh, wow, that's cool. So in social, think about like, what groups do I want to connect to and connect to doing things that I love. Also, you can go around your town and start saying, I'm going to do hyper local information stuff and anything hobby related or specialist that related that I like. Okay. So first things first, I want you to start thinking social. How do I go out in the market like Levi Lassick did in Dallas and start saying, hey, if you're going to be in this area, you got to check this out. Okay. If I ask you, buddy, you're in your town, I'm going to be in town for 2 days. What do I have to see? You got to be able to answer that question, right? So I've got a bartender in Naples, Florida. And I said to her, Heather, so let me ask you, you're a bartender still and you're building your real estate business. She's like, yeah. I said, when you're at the bar, people say to you, they come in from out of town, which is normal, Naples, Florida. They come in from out of town. What do they ask you? And she goes, they ask me where good restaurants are. I'm like, aren't they at a restaurant? And she goes, yeah, well, we're a restaurant, but they're asking me for other restaurants. Where are other restaurants that you should see? And where are good golf courses? Like, right? And then third question was like, where's the nicest beach? And I'm like, cool. So what do you say to him? She's like, well, you know, you should have 3 recommendations of a good restaurant. You should have 3 recommendations of golf course that are high end, 3 recommendations for budget, and you should have 3 recommendations of where the best beaches are in town, right? Because you got the family beach, you got the party beach, and you got the cool sunset area spot type of beach, right? You got a great place to swim, which is different than a place that has good waves, because sometimes they're not the same, right? So you being local and start telling that story, you're going to go out and say, hey, I'm Heather. I'm Heather the Realtor. And by the way, if you're looking for a beach in Naples, boom, this is the one you want to check out. If you've got a family, it's got access to bathrooms, it's got access to food, it's got access to stuff that are fun for kids, right? Hey, by the way, if you're coming here and you don't want to be around a bunch of kids, this is what more locals hang out beach, right? By the way, if you're going to be out doing water sports, this is the beach you want to go to. Right, so there's 6 or 7 videos. I'm Russ the Realtor checking out the local Naples beaches. So if you're looking for a beach in Naples, that's for a family, bam. You're looking one for fun, bam. You're looking for water sports, bam. You're looking for fishing, bam. You got kids, bam. There's 5 off the top of my head, right? So buddy, I put together a list of all the different things that I can be doing in hyperlocal and becoming a resource. Now I drop these all on YouTube because then that gives me a place to store them. I post them on social media, drives them back to my YouTube channel, and then they can find 10 different hiking spots. They can find 5 different cars and coffee that are done local. They can find the best place to go drag race their 71 CUDA, right? So with that said, doing hyper local social media stuff, telling people what's going on in the area, and it's, hey man, I'm Russ the Realtor. By the way, on my Facebook this week, I did one that went like this. Hey there, I'm Russ the Realtor. I just ate dinner at the Pepper Mill in Tempe, Arizona. This is a fun little family-owned place built and put together in 2019. Husband and wife built this little steakhouse, and the food is absolutely phenomenal. Tiny little place, 40 or so seats max. If you want to get here on a Tuesday night, it's booked, so you got to book ahead, but the food is worth it. And you can watch the cooks getting after it on the grill. Fantastic dance to watch. So if you're in town in Tempe, check out the Pepper Mill Grill. Or the Pepper Mill, right? Boom, there's local, okay? I'm Russ the Realtor doing cool stuff. Hey, I'm Russ the Realtor checking out 5 schools right by, boom, 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 boom. I'm Russ the Realtor, here's the benefit. And by the way, this school rating is boom, boom, boom. I'm Russ the Realtor, I'm at elementary school, boom. This school rate is boom, boom, boom. And the other things around here are, think about the things as a local real estate agent that you can do to be able to be the local color and become that person, right? Secondly, start doing hobbies, having life. I tell people you want to build your sphere of influence doing stuff you love. If you're a car nut, go out and hang out with car nuts. I'm Russ the Realtor doing car nut stuff. And I start posting that on social. And once in a while, hey, by the way, I sold a house. Just listed, just sold. I don't even do that. That's not what people want to see. They want to see Russ the Realtor doing cool stuff. They want to see Russ the Realtor having fun. And by the way, you're going, Russ, but I have kids. You don't understand. Well, then find 10 cool things you should be doing with your kids and say, hey, I'm Russ the Realtor taking my kids to 10 cool places over the next 10 weeks. Watch this. Use those kids as part of your business, right? Because the other people that are like that are like you are going to follow you. Okay. So, buddy, I put together a list. There's 40, 50 things on that list of different things you can do in social media. And at the bottom of that list, it's got a little recipe, exactly how to do what we just talked about. You're going to post it on social media. You're going to start building that out. I recommend very highly building a YouTube channel to post all this stuff on so that you have a library, and then you can search engine optimize that. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube how to do that. And then you're Russ the Realtor doing boom, Russ the Realtor, Russ the Realtor, Russ the Realtor, your town, your local area. And now people Google your local area, they get you, Russ the Realtor, doing cool stuff, and they'll pay attention. So, buddy, that's it for the social recipe. Button that up with the market update, contractor list, doing social media right. You're gonna have people coming to you, finding you interesting, watching what you're doing, watching what you're saying, looking forward to your next social media post and the next cool place that you ate versus the last house you sold, okay? So that's all I got on social media. It's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. You want to take that and run with it, knock yourself out. I'm Russ the Realtor. I'm out.
That was awesome, man. Thanks. Efficient, short and sweet, right to the point. And the whole time you're talking, I'm thinking about going down to the river in Duval, Washington on my Sea-Doo or my kayak and shooting videos, tying it into things we love. So thank you so much. And if anybody wants the Google Doc for that Russ mentioned with those 60 different things, go ahead and drop the word social in the comments below, and we'll make sure to get that to you as soon as we can. So thanks a lot, guys. If you really want to support the channel, go ahead and like this video, drop a comment, like I said, the word social, and then click that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time we drop a new video. So Russ, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And Buddy Buck, peace.